and we're going to record this for people who aren't able to watch, but stay on mute while you're not speaking. That way there's no background noise and everybody can hear what Anders and Veronique are saying. If you do have a question, you kind of have two options in terms of asking it. So, they'll both stop at different points and say, are there questions about the flow of the workout? Are there questions about the structure and questions about the streaming? You can write it in the chat. So if you scroll over, if you're on your computer and kind of scroll over the bottom of the screen, there'll be a little icon that pops up that says chat. You can click on that, and then you can type your message in there, and then we'll all be able to see it, and I can read them out. I'll read them out to Veronique or Anders as we're going, so we can get those answered. Or the other option, if you scroll over, I believe it is under the participants button. If you scroll there, there should be something that allows you to raise your hand. And you can do that. And if you raise your hand, a little icon will pop up and I'll see it. And then I can call on you if you would rather speak out loud in person and answer your question that way, or ask your question that way. It seemed like when we did this with the masters, the chat function is a little bit easier to do. So I would probably go that route, but if you would rather talk versus write, that's fine too. So basic things, just stay on mute so we can all hear. And if you have questions, type them out. We'll make sure we get them all answered, okay? And with that, I will turn it over to Anders, and he's going to talk just kind of on some technical points real quick for everybody.
Well, thanks a lot, Gretchen. Hi, everybody, and welcome to this briefing. I just want to start off by saying that we are really thrilled to have you guys here. This World Cup thing that we started, we actually had more than 600 athletes doing the qualifier in total, masters and juniors. And so it's all of you that made it to the final. Big congratulations. We saw some pretty amazing workouts and performances when we watched the videos on the reviews. It's impressive. And just as you know it, doing this federation thing that we do, Gretchen and me and Veronique, it's all for you guys, because you are the future. You are the guys that we want to be watching in the Olympics in 2028. We're not doing it for the masters or the ones that are the elite now. We're doing this for you. So we're really, really happy to have you guys here, and we wish you the best of luck in the competition this coming weekend. There's going to be at least one email coming to you this week, coming up, maybe two, but at least one. And in that email that I'm referring to is going to be the video setup or video, whatever you need to do thing. There's going to be two links in that email. The first link in that email is going to be the one that you use to connect whatever camera you're using for the video stream, whether it's your iPhone or an iPad, or if you're using your computer webcam or whatever it is. But whatever, that first link is going to be to connect your video to the broadcasting system. So what you need to do is just click on that on your iPhone or whatever you have. The second link is going to be the link that anybody or anyone who is helping you out on the workout. So it could be your TO or your coach or whatever. They need to click that link, preferably on their computer. That would be better, because they will then have access to the chatting system within this broadcasting thing. And the chatting system is where they will register the scores for each workout. So when, let's say, when, Simon is doing his first test, and then his coach or the TO, they enter Simon Lidholm, test 1, 452 meters. And then I will see that. And only me and the broadcasting team, we will see that score, and we will enter it into the BoxPeak system, and we will publish it on the leaderboard when everybody has submitted their scores. So that's how it's going to work. So, and also that chat is where you will get in touch with us if something happens during the test. So if your camera fails, or if someone gets injured or something happens, you connect with us in that chatting system. We will always be watching that. And it's just going to be us people doing the broadcasting, the production team, we're the ones who are going to be seeing that chat. Everybody else who, I mean, your parents, your fans, the audience, they're going to be watching this testing through a YouTube live streaming. So we're going to be posting a link to our YouTube channel, and this is where we're going to do the live broadcasting, just the way that other company does when they did the games. They did live broadcasting. So we're going to do the same thing. It's the easiest way of doing things. Just put it on YouTube live. The time slot that you have been given. So just let's say that you start at 2 p.m. Okay, this is where your time slot starts at 2 p.m. This is the time when you guys need to be fully ready and prepared to do the workout. Okay, so all the equipment needs to be done. You need to be warmed up. You need to have your TO or coach or whatever you have. You need to have the camera ready and set up and connected to everything. And you need to be ready to present yourself to the audience. And preferably, we would like you to meet the audience like this, close up, approach the camera, just be ready, and we will tell you, and we will introduce you to the crowd and whatever it is. So you need to connect 5 or 10 minutes before your slot. You need to be online and connected, just to make sure that we're gonna, because then you will be connected to the broadcasting system, which is not live, but we will make it live as soon as the time comes. But we need you guys to be ready and in a good place. So make sure that you're warmed up. We're gonna introduce you, and then we're gonna give you we're gonna say everybody's introduced to the audience, and then we're gonna go, all right, guys, 1 minute to your stations, and then you wander off, you get yourself on the rower or wherever you're doing. Your starting line was gonna be the first one for you guys. So you're gonna have 1 minute to drink, do whatever you want to do. Move your stuff, get ready, and then we're going to do the countdown. 10, 9, 6, 3 seconds, let's go. And we're going to start. There's going to be a clock in the live stream. So you guys we don't want you to have clocks in the video, because that's going to get confusing. If we have 5 different clocks, that's going to be confusing. So you can have one that you can see, but don't put it in the video, because we're going to have the MC who's doing the hosting and the commentary. They're going to have the clock right, up here somewhere. And that's going to be the official clock, or not really. It's going to be the clock where we go for. When it comes to registering your scores, the only thing that matters is what your technical judge has in his hand. That's the official score. Whatever it says on the up there or on your gym wall doesn't matter. It's what the TO has in his hand. That's the score that they're going to submit to us, because we need to do that in case of, synchronizing fails or connection fails. We need to have whatever you have on site. That's the score, and that's what they're going to register to me, and I'm going to read. The visuals that we do with the MC and the commentary, that's just for the audience to make it look pretty. But we need you to make sure that you can register your course scores. Make sure that we're probably going to put you on mute when you do the workout, so you might as well have music in the background if you want to. Try not to have too much people or things in the background. So try to make it clean. If you have a bunch of rowers standing up, try to move them out of the way so we can just have a clear vision, so we don't get too many things distracting the point of view. Try to make it view. And it would be preferable if we could, like you see on the drawings on the website, if you can put the camera, we want it to be static throughout the event, not moving the camera around, because that's going to be a bit messy. We want it to be static, and so we can see you through all the movements during that, if possible. I think that's it for me for now. Yep, that's about it for me now. I'm going to send you an email with all these details on as well, but I just wanted to mention it. So I'm just going to hand over to Veronique, who's going to do the standards and flow of the workout. And all right.
Great, guys. So my name is Veronique. I'm the IF3 TO Committee Chair. I will try to make my English as good as possible, as I'm from Canada, in the French part in Quebec, so I have a little accent here. First, congratulations for making it to the finals. for the first time, we have teens in our competition. So how the briefing works is we're going to get through the flow of the total event. And then after, we're going to spend some time on each test will be performed on next weekend. And first on the flow, second in the standards, ask questions, and first on the flow, any question on the flow, and then the standards, any question on the standards, wrapping up. We have the chance that Gretchen has done some videos for you guys for the flow of the workout standards, and also for the technical point that you have. So we're gonna wrap up the test with the view of the video, and then gonna move on until the end. So if you have any question, just go in the chat and ask for it, and Gretchen will ask me the questions. So I'm gonna first share my PowerPoint here. Gonna put that in. Here we go. So first flow of the workouts, as that's only the plan for today's briefing. The two links that are there are crucial. One link is for your full movement standard book. So if you haven't seen it, it's on the website of IF3, and also the competition rule book. It's like more general rules about like uniforms, fair play, and all that kind of stuff. So it's also on the website. So first, next weekend on your time, this is the flow of your workouts. So you have endurance, your test one from minute 0 at 2.5 minutes, and then you have a 2.5 minute break before going to test 2 strength that will last also 2.5 minutes, another 2.5 minute break, and then test 3 skill from the 10th minute to 19, 1 minute break, and then your final test mixed for 10 minutes. So for until the 30 minutes, and then you will be done and finished. So this is like a general view of your event of next week. So this is pretty straightforward. Any question on that? No, we're gonna go. So test endurance, it's all about running. So it's a 2.5 minutes AMRAP for max distance of shuttle run. So the score will be the total run you're gonna do in the 2.5 minutes, and you'll have a 2.5 minutes break until then. Do I have any question on that? That's pretty much straight, right? So for the standards on the running, so you're gonna start a full body between the line, head included, chest on the ground, head facing your running lane. So the entire body must be behind. You'll have a first line at 0, 1 at 5, and 1 at 10 meters. On the start, you're gonna stand up and go, because you'll be lying on the ground like in the burpees position. I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna be the live video for today for that workout. So you must pass the line with your entire body, drop into the prone position. So at burpee bottom position before going back and running back. That's it. Score is the total of meters. All 10 meters must be fully completed in order to count, except the last one. We're gonna use the 5 meters line just to make sure that we divide. We might have some score that are close, so the 5 meter is to separate some athletes. Any question on that part before I'm gonna? Do we have anything left? No. Any question on that before I'm gonna try to demo it in my small garage here?
Yep, we've got a question. Does the athlete have to face the line on every turnaround or just the start?
Every time. I'm gonna make it hard for you guys. Cool. So I'm gonna dress up like an athlete and switch my camera. Gonna try as best as I can in my small garage. So you have the 3 lines. It's not the real distance, guys. I don't have that big garage. So you're gonna start behind the line, full body, stand up, running onto the next one, drop face, full body, and then come back, and then drop, and then run, turn around, back, and then start again, and doing this for the whole 2.5 minutes. So this is the flow and what it looks like. Do you have any questions on that?
Muted. We have a question, Veronique. Do you have to drop to the ground at both ends of the shuttle run?
Yep. Every time you pass the line, yep.
I think that's it. I don't see any more questions and I don't see any hand raised. So I think you're good.
Good. So you're gonna follow through test 2 strength. So you have 2.5 minutes to set a 10 rep max, shoulder to overhead from the ground. So you may take as many attempts as you need, as you can in 2.5 minutes. Weight can increase or decrease, that is your choice. You may start the bar loaded. So probably between in your 2.5 minutes, load your barbell for your first rep. Clips must be on for the attempts to count. Don't forget to call your weight to your TO. So you have like 2 sets of eyes that are counting. We're not reviewing back. So it's not like the online qualifier, you will not review anything. So make sure you call your weight to your TO. So the weight will be good. And your score will be your heaviest 10 rep max of shoulder to overhead. So for that test, you're gonna have 2 scores, actually, your weight and your technical point. Any question on the flow of the workout? It's a quick one. Before we go to the standards.
I don't see any questions, but just something to add that we talked about with the masters that came up. If you guys are lifting in pounds, when you submit your score in the chat to Anders, just keep it in pounds and he'll convert it to kilograms for you. So the scores will be posted on the leaderboard in kilograms, but if you're someone who has pound plates, just have your official or your coach give Anders a score in pounds and he'll do the conversion. That way we're making sure we're consistent on our conversions. Okay, we do have a couple questions that came in while I was talking. Question, can you do warm-ups during the 2.5 to 5 minute mark? So can you do warm-ups during your rest?
Yep, sure you can.
Yep. That was the same as the other question too. So I think that is it. Just so you can go on.
Standards. So shoulder to overhead, it must be taken from ground. So we have to clean it before. In order to count each rep of the shoulder to overhead, so each shoulder to overhead have to reach a full extension. So you have TOs, our best tip for TOs is the TOs must have the possibility to draw like a vertical line, straight line from the barbell to your elbows, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet. So if you can like draw a vertical line, that's a good rep. And you have to do like 10 of these for your attempt to count. And you can use a strict press, push jerk, or split jerk. Of course, if you do the split jerk, you have to bring your feet together. That's a regular standard. Just make sure what we're usually seeing, but actually it's one of your technical point, but make sure you don't overarch your back. So I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna just show you what it means. I'm gonna move there. So sometimes when we finish, we overarch to make sure you open the shoulders, but at the same time, you're closing a little bit your hips. So make sure you like open up by squeezing your butt behind, and then you can go back and do your reps. But we have the link for the demo video. We're gonna go to the video after that. For your technical point, you have 3 points. You're starting with 3 points. Each time you miss one of those, you lose a point. So you have like, the score you can have is 0. So your first point deduction, if what we're talking about is, that's it for the clean. So on your clean, if you're like round your back, you may lose a point there. We're gonna watch it on the video also. Second point is the when you do your clean, if you don't keep your toe, or when you do your push jerk, if your toe are moving inward inside your big toe, like knee caving, that's another point deduction. And the other one is your neutral spine. So if you're overarching, you're losing your neutral spine. Okay, just make sure you keep yours. And I hope this will function well. We're gonna go on the YouTube link to see Gretchen move. Oh, are you seeing it?
It's just black right now.
Oh no. Gonna pause it. Okay.
You might have to like stop your share and then share again. Yeah, just try that.
It's this one. Okay, gonna share the video, start it back, and then go. So Gretchen is showing all movements that can be done in the shoulder to overhead. So love the big round and back on the clean. That is -1 point. Knee caving. And the other one is losing neutral spine. Oop, I'm gonna pause that. Stop sharing this. Go back to the PowerPoint. Great. Any question on the 10 rep max shoulder to overhead event, even on the flow, or any standards that needs to be clear?
So remember, guys, just while we're waiting to see if any questions come in, your TO or your coach, whoever's submitting your scores to Anders, will have to put in for this test, both your heaviest weight that you got, and then also your technique score, which will be between 0 and 3 points. So they'll have to send both of those to Anders in the chat. I don't see any questions coming in, Veronique. So I think you're good to move on.
Very good to move on, guys. Gonna go to test 3 skills. That's a 9-minute time cap. So the workout is 1 L-sit rope pull-up, 16 box jumps, and then 2 L-sit rope pull-ups, 16 box jump, 3 L-sit rope pull-ups, 16 box jump, 4, 16, 5, 16, and 6, 16. You have a 9-minute time cap for that. After that workout, you're gonna have a 1-minute break. So as you can see, the box height for you guys, so for the 13 and 14 division, it will be 24 inches for the men and 20 for the ladies, and for 15 to 16 and 17 to 18, it's 30 inches for guys and 24 inches for girls. So to score again, 1 for your total time of completed the workout, and then your technical points on that. Any questions about the flow? It's a couplet. Pretty straight.
I don't see any questions coming in on the flow, so I think you're good to go to standards.
Great. Standards, many standards there. So for the L-sit rope pull-up, so you must achieve a starting L-sit position from seated on the ground. I'm gonna start this one seated on the ground. So you're gonna be seated, rope between your legs, lift your heels, and then step. This will be your starting position. Knees must remain straight during the pull-ups. You may string repetitions. So for a set of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 L-sit row pull-ups, you may string them as long as you reach a full extension of your shoulder and elbows between each reps. Your butt will be able to touch the ground if you need to, as long as your heels stay up. One leg on each side of the rope. How the TO gonna judge your pull-ups is your chin must go higher than your higher hands. So if my hands are here, my pull-ups will finish there and then come back. You may not squeeze the rope between your thighs, and both arms must be straight at the beginning of each rep. For the box jump, I'm gonna move this. So for the butt jumps is a 2-foot takeoff and land at the top of on the top of the box. You must show control at the top with knees, hips in the vertical alignment. Of course, that imaginary line that we draw, ends cannot touch the box. You may step down if you want. Well, actually, you must step down from the box. No rebounding. Okay, so no jumping down also. You must step down the box. Rebounding is not allowed. That will be a no rep. And you can use your hand for stepping down, but it's the only thing you can do with your hands on box jumps. So, any questions on this before we go to the technical point?
Yep, we got a question here for the rope. To clarify, the question is: the athlete may touch and go, and their butt can touch the ground if they wish to do multiple reps.
Yep, that's it.
And I think we have a video of that. Veronique's probably going to show.
Yeah. I'm going to show it after technical point. Yeah. Because on the video, you're going to see the technical point also. So I'm going to clear the technical point before, and then show you the video.
I think that's the only question I see. So I think you can go to the technical points.
So the 3-point deduction is, so if on the pull-ups you do a leg kick to help you out to create momentum to get to the top. If you have another point deduction, if you do a chin reach. So instead of pulling, you're like reaching in the top with your chin. And the other point is on the box jump, is if your knees are caving in at the top of the box, doing kind of Elvis Presley stuff. So that's your 3-point deduction. I'm now gonna stop. I'm gonna start the video, stop sharing to show you the other one. So we're gonna pause that, stop sharing, sharing again. Cool. So you're seeing Gretchen just before starting, and here it is. So that's the LCD pull-up. Sorry guys, that's probably my connection. Oh la la. Hello. Phew. So jump, box jump, stepping down, jumping, 2-foot takeoff. Again. One, two. Going back to the box jump. Notice the flow of the workout. So that's the knee kick, the first point deduction. Second point, the chin reach. And then knee caving. Gonna stop sharing. Sharing again, the other one. Cool. Any question about test 3 skill?
I don't see any questions coming in, and I don't see any hands up.
There was one from Brent.
We got that one, I think.
There was one.
About
Oh, you got it?
touching?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you said
Sorry.
that. No, it's okay. You're good. But yes, the answer was yes. Your butt can touch. I think you're good, Veronique.
Cool. So your test 4 mixed. That will start at the 20th minute. It's an AMRAP, 10 minutes, so as many reps as possible in 10 minutes of 10 wall balls and 30 double unders, and then you will be done. So that's the final workout. So for 13 and 14 division for males is 6 kilogram or 14 pounds wall ball at 9 feet target, and for females it's a 4 kilogram wall ball, so, or 10 pounds at the 8 feet target. And for the 2 other divisions, so males have 20 pounds or 9 kilos wall ball at 10 feet, and for female it's 14 pound or 6 kilograms wall ball at 9 feet target. Pretty much straightforward also, guys. So you're doing for 10 minutes, 10 wall balls, 30 double unders, 10 wall balls, 30 double unders, 10 and 30 and 10 and 30 to the infinite and beyond. Are you good to go for standards?
Yep, I think.
Yep. So for wall balls, is classic and regular wall balls. You must reach a deep squat. So the hip crease must go below the top of the knee at the bottom, and your wall ball, the middle of your wall ball must hit the target at the top of the repetition. So that's regular wall balls. And the double unders, it must pin forward, and the rope must pass twice under your feet for every 1 jump to count. So for that, usually on this workout, probably it's double unders the most complicated to count. So for TOs that are there, so make sure you don't count the single unders that some athletes are doing when they trip or at the beginning of the round. So those doesn't count. Make sure you only count the jump when the rope passed twice. Do you have any question about the standards, guys? Wall balls or double unders before we go to the technical point? No question.
Yeah, I know. These guys
Don't be
are
shy, guys. Actually, I know in the past at the regional, even Catherine David's daughter asked if she must go in a deep squat for the wall ball, so don't be shy. So for your deduction point, you have 5 of them for this workout. So you have a score for your total of reps, and then you have a score for a technical point that will be from 0 to 5. So the first point is it's the same point as in your qualifier. So if you fail to jump with straight legs, so no donkey kick, you will, those will be shown also on the video made by Gretchen. Second point, if you pikes, so if you like flexing your hips to do like a pike position, you must maintain a vertical alignment for that point. Another deduction point, if you're moving, like if you're jumping all around the place, if you're moving during your double unders. So as the same as in the qualifier, you have to put an X mark on the ground and stay on your marks, on your X. The 2 other point is for the wall balls. For the first one is if you're not pushing your wall balls symmetrically. So if like, it's kind of move like in the basketball. So if you're pushing more with one arm than with both arms together. And the last one, if it's the knee tracking over your toes. So if you like caving your knee during your squat, that's your last point of deduction. So ready to see the video? Yep. Probably. No answer is good answer, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna stop sharing and go back to the video. So wall balls, squat, target, squat, target. Both arms together. Mark. So that is the flow of the workout. And you're gonna alternate the 2 movements for all 10 minutes. So lack of symmetry for the ends, pushing one on one side, knee caving during the squat. Ouch, nice. The first point is the boulders. Gonna start this. Stop that. Here. Go back there. So we haven't seen a donkey kick, guys. So I'm gonna try to show you here. So donkey kick is that one. We don't want to see that. And for the pike is Any question about test 4?
I don't see any questions coming.
Everybody's so quiet. It must be so
I
clear.
know. The masters were a lot more talkative than you guys. That's okay. It looks like you're good to go on, Veronique.
Great. All this PowerPoint is made by, all the information are on the website. All the video links are on the website also. It's pretty easy to find them when you get on the website. You have a small button, Teams, scorecard are there, standards are there too, flows of the workout, everything is there. So, oh, I think there's one.
Have to wear lifters like Veronique? No. Mo asked if they have to wear lifters.
Ah, those are not lifters. Those are 910. Great. So for TO's information, so TO's role and responsibility. Oh, another question.
Question about always staying in the view of the camera.
Yes. As much as possible. Maybe for the running could be a little bit more difficult to do it. It depends on the space you have. But yeah, we want to see you perform, and maybe your friends at home want you to perform, want to see you. So as much as possible, stay on camera.
We have a question about, so this is more about having official. If you don't have your own technical judge, will we have one over the live stream? So yes, you need to find somebody to be your technical official for the event. So you have to have somebody. It doesn't have to be like, it can be anybody, right? But they have to take our online test, and I can find that, and I'll put the link in the chat real quick. So you get to pick who you want, but just make sure that they go online and take our online course, which is not very long. It shouldn't take them too long to get through. Let me put it in the group real quick. One sec. So make sure you have somebody, but you get to pick who it is as long as they've been through that course. Okay, next one. Can rest time / warm up time between be off camera? Yes, that's fine. We don't need to see what you're doing during the rest necessarily. So you don't have to stay on the screen for that. Okay, I think you're good. I think that's good on questions, Ron. You can keep going.
Great. So for TOs, role and responsibilities, the major one is to reinforce the standards as a TO. I know it's sometimes hard to give no rep. I have no fun to give no rep. It's usually TO's jobs not to give no rep, is to make sure you meet the standards. So some sounds, background sounds. So reinforce standard if the standard.
Sorry, I got it muted. Go ahead.
Nope. So if you need to call no reps, do it. It's probably the best thing you can do to the athletes, to call a rep so they can continue and don't make any more errors. Athletes, it's not because you're not good. I've gave no reps to Matt Fraser in the past, so don't be shy, okay? So any no reps should be given with the move you already seen. TOs, you can guide the athlete through the workout. So if you have many steps, so like the rope and box jump, okay, we're going for now for 3 pull-ups, okay, 16 box jump and 4 and 5. So the athletes know where he is at in the workout, and that way the workout is the rep scheme is respected. Make sure the rep count is good. So if you count a no rep, it doesn't count on the, so if the 5th rep was a no rep, you continue with 5, 6, and 7. So don't count the no rep. If you can, that will be great. Just inform the athlete why he has any rep on any movement. So if the wall balls squat not enough deep, it could be like anything, guys. Just help the athletes so it doesn't repeat the same error reps after reps. If you want a great angle, usually it's like 45 degrees from the athletes, 7 to 8 feet away, so you can see the whole body. If you can help the camera, we're gonna stream it worldwide. So if you wanna show the 5 last rep with your hands, that would be great. So anybody in the world can see where you're at in the workout. If you give the rep, show the movement. You can, like, that's probably the biggest part of the TO's job, is to keep a great communication with the athletes at any time in the workout. And please, I know it might be your friend, your coach, or you can be you could be the coach of the athletes, your cousin, your girlfriend, maybe, I don't know. But no coaching cues. You are an official in that role. So that's fine. During the workout, be an official. If you want to give a high five after the workout, go for it. But when you're a referee, you are a referee. So just make sure to complete that role completely. Do we have any question? I've seen like the
Yeah,
chat.
there are a couple questions, so let me just read them out loud so that people, because the chat doesn't show up when I do the recording.
Yep.
So we had a question if TOs can help move athletes' equipment in and out after the workouts. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah, actually the best thing, if you can, it would be like to have a TO, and then if you want to have a pit crew that help you move the rower, the dumbbells, or whatever equipment you have, the barbell weights. And if you want to have 2 friends that load and unload the barbell during the strength events, that will be awesome for you. That saves you some time. Yeah, so yeah, you can have a pit crew.
Yep. And then the other question was about, we just talked about technical officials being allowed to give coaching cues. So when they're, and you said no, so the officials are not supposed to be coaching. Their role is to be officiating and judging the workout. Your coach can be there, that's fine, but they shouldn't be, you're either an official or you're acting as a coach.
Yeah, if your TO is a coach, maybe he can coach you between tests, so during the rest. But when the workout starts, it's counting the reps, making sure you meet the standards, guiding you through the workouts, and that's it.
We had a standards question coming in on test 1. So on the shuttle run, is it just hands behind the line, or does the athlete's head have to be behind the line when they go chest to the ground?
The whole body. So head included.
Yep. So head behind on that. And then for test 2, can someone other than the athlete can load the bar? Someone other than the athlete, yes. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, the greatest thing for you guys, it would be to have like 2 friends that move your weights. So you can just prepare into because 2.5 minutes, it's not a lot of attempts.
Right.
I think we have that in the tips.
Oh, one more here. Do the athletes need to have a backup video device in the event the stream fails for score validation? Anders, do you want to take that one?
You don't have to, because we actually trust the TO that's on site. We trust your TO to be fair and square, which means that even if the live stream fails, it is the TO that registers the results. So if you want to do a backup, that's fine, but you don't have to.
And then another one coming in: during any test, can the TO move equipment for safety reasons?
Yeah, that would be like the only thing is for safety.
All right, I think that is all the questions. So you can go ahead, Veronique.
Yep, this is the last slide, guys. So some tips. So to make it smooth and fun, So your gym clock, it could be a reference to you. We don't need to see it on the screen because it could be like mixed up by the public. So your gym clock no needs to be on the screen, and the official time of your workout will be your TO clock. That will be the good one. If you want to use the WeTime preset timer, you can use it. No worries. Try to stay on screen as much as possible during your workouts. It will be more fun to see you guys perform. If you need help to move your stuff, go for it. That will be better for you. Try to stay at the same workstation. So before your time of perform, just put all your equipment near your workstation. So everything is near. You don't need to move around all around the gym to get your stuff. So make sure as everything you need for your whole event is close to your workstation as much as possible. So it would make your life easier. Athlete, is it your responsibility to call your lift to your TO before starting your attempt? So if you're trying to do a 10 rep max of 50 kilos, just call your reps, your weight to your TO so we can double check for you and make sure we don't make any errors on your score. And you will have the video streaming link to share with your friends and family so everybody can cheer on you on the net. Oh, question.
Regarding equipment and workout area, is there going to be a box? Anders, you can probably, I guess, talk to this, but I think there are graphics on the website.
Yeah, there's we don't, because we know that there's going to be, every gym is different, but we, on the website, there's a sketch, there's a drawing of how we would love to have it. And if you could mimic that as much as possible, we would be really happy. But like I said, we know that not everybody it's not possible for everybody, but try to mimic that setup as close as possible.
Any other questions? I don't see any.
So if you have any question about the standards, guys, everything is on the website. Flows on the workout on the website also. You will find the movement standards rulebook on the website, and the competition rulebook on the website too. All the videos, the links video that you've seen Gretchen perform is also on the website. So that's a lot of information. I don't know if we will send the PowerPoint slides, but all the slides were made with the information you can find on the site. So.
And I guess my only last little thing, guys, is just make sure you know what time your session is at. So the schedule's on the website. It's been on social media too, but just make sure. I know we're in lots of different time zones. So just double, triple check that you're showing up at the right time for your session, because we don't want anyone to miss it. Says, quote, we have another question. For the run, what are the options if they're not able to run the identified single length for test 1? And the length is what, 10 meters?
10 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying that they don't have 10 meters of free space?
Hey, yeah, Anders, this is Mo. So like if they don't have 10 meters or 30 feet to run that single length, what do you recommend in terms of an alternative?
Well, yeah, we said for masters, because masters are doing 15 meters shuttle runs. So we said that it's okay for masters to do 7.5, like half length, but twice. And because that's not a benefit for them. And it's probably the same thing for the teens. If they don't have 10 meters, they can do 5 meters with a, instead twice.
It would be a big I mean, they can.
So the same distance, but
it'll be a big disadvantage for them.
It's going to be a disadvantage.
But you're looking at way more burpees to the ground. So, I mean, honestly, if you don't have 10 meters inside, I would say it's just shuttle running, right? Just go outside for that one and then come back inside for the other ones. I mean, you're welcome to split it in to do 5 meters, but I think it'll be a huge disadvantage for anybody who chooses to do that.
No, that was my primary question. Can they do it at a different location than the rest of the tests?
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, you have to move your camera then, and the time in between is not a lot. So make sure you have, I would say, a volunteer or an official, somebody ready to be the one moving the camera, because there's only 2.5 minutes between. So we just want to make sure the athlete doesn't stress about having to set it up and be ready for the next one. But yeah. Good question though. All right. Any other last words, Anders or Veronique?
Well, actually,
I'm happy. I'm thrilled.
I'm thrilled to see you guys perform. And I know what I'm going to do next weekend. And just have fun, guys, and enjoy this.
Awesome.
Yep.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
Guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.